I'm Jean Nolte, editor at Fons & Porter.
And I'm Colleen Tauke. I'm the sewing specialist at Fons & Porter. In this tutorial, we will show you how to create blocks for the quilt called Nature's Stars.
To get the pattern for this quilt, go to fonsandporter.com/quiltingquickly. Well, this is a great quilt made out of a lot of earthy toned prints and a background fabric. And it starts with 2.5-inch strips, and it's important that there are pairs of each.
So you'll have enough to make all the blocks required for this quilt.
Right. So for this block, you need 3 different units to make 1 quadrant. So this is just 2 squares and a rectangle. You join the 2 squares and then add a rectangle. And the other 2 are diagonal seams units. So you're going to cut, for this unit, rectangles and squares. And the first thing you're going to do is find the wrong side of this fabric, and you're going to draw a line from corner to corner.
And this is going to be the same method you're going to do for the longer rectangle, the one with the butterfly print here.
And then I always like to put them this way. So you make sure that the line goes the same direction on this as it does there, and then you just want to sew on that line.
If you're making a lot of these types of units with the diagonal seams, you could chain one after the other into the machine.
I would draw the lines on all of my squares before I started sewing, and then just chain piece through all of these. And the squares are the same size for each of these.
Correct.
This rectangle is just a little bit longer. So when you get all of those sewn, you're going to take them out and cut them apart if you chain sew.
Check yourself. Yes,
right.
It is the right shape.
It looks the same. So then I use my ruler and a rotary cutter just to cut these because I think it's easier for me, but you could just cut these.
We still have
with
scissors. They work too.
And that is just a scrap unless you want to make something with really teeny tiny triangles.
Not today.
And then you're going to press this by first you set that seam.
Always warm up the fibers and
then press it toward the triangle.
Yep. And all those units are going to look like that.
So that you have your unit. So now what you want to do is join these 3 units.
This is where the diagrams in the pattern are going to come in really handy. You know, to make sure that they all
make
look
a quadrant. Yes, you'll have a fourth of your block. So when you get 4 of those, and then you lay them out.
Now it's about arrangement.
Make sure.
As
these will all be exactly alike. So you'll have 3 different prints, but they'll all be the same in each quadrant. So there you go. Then you'll join those into rows. Join the rows.
And then you've got your block.
You'll have your block. Now you need 20 blocks for this quilt.
The fun part is picking out 3 of the different prints to put in different places within the blocks. So they each have their own little personality.
Right. So to assemble the quilt top, you'll put your blocks in rows, and they have these sashing strips in between, which are just 1 rectangle and then 4 squares. And these are just random scrappy.
Placement.
Right. And then so you'll do sashing strip, block, sashing strip, and then when you're done, you have these same sashing strips here with the dark brown squares in between. You'll make long strips like that.
It'll be the intersections and the outer corners of your block.
To join, and that will give you the brown squares that frame each of the blocks.
That completes Nature's Stars. Thanks for joining us.
To see more of our video tutorials, go to our website.